What if I told you most hypnotherapists never actually hypnotise anyone? They might say, look up, take a deep breath, close your eyes, but that's not actually hypnosis. That's just relaxation. And here's the scary part. They go straight into therapy before the client's even hypnotised. And that's why so many sessions don't stick. In this video, I'll show you the real difference between the induction and the therapy, and one small change that will skyrocket your results. So most hypnotherapists think hypnosis is the script they're reading, but the words don't matter if the brain isn't responding. Relaxation is a side effect, not the goal. The goal is to make the mind responsive. And when you do that, transformation happens fast. So why do most people never reach that state? Years ago, people were terrified of hypnosis. They thought it was mind control. So trainers started watering it down, calling it guided relaxation, so nobody got scared. And training trainers, it's all been diluted. So fast forward to now, and it's gone too far. Most of what's taught today isn't hypnosis at all. It's story reading with background music. Very often clients tell me that they've had hypnosis before, but it didn't work. A few clients I've worked with have sent me recordings, and when I listen, I can tell straight away it's not even hypnosis. There's no testing, no real induction, just somebody talking. And the client's sitting there politely thinking, this just isn't working. Because it isn't. It's not hypnosis. It's just noise. If you want transformation, stop being scared of hypnosis and start using it properly again. On stage, I might spend 2 hours building responsiveness. By the end, I could tell somebody that smoked for 50 years that when they open their eyes, they're never going to smoke again. And they'll stop. It's not magic. That's just what happens when the induction's done properly. And you can create that same response in therapy if you start even before the session begins. Here's what hardly anyone teaches. The induction starts long before the client closes their eyes. Just like on stage, my pre-talk begins before I even invite anyone up. In therapy, it starts even earlier. The first time they read about you online, your website, your emails, your social media posts, all hypnosis. You're shaping expectation and belief before they even meet you. Your consultation is hypnosis too. If you're not building trust, compliance, and certainty there, you're already fighting resistance. Even the emails and recordings before session 1 continue the process. So by the time my clients arrive, they've already gone through fractionation. They're used to my induction. They're used to my voice. So their brain's primed and ready. Most hypnotherapists hate sales. They think it's sleazy. But if you can't sell, you can't hypnotize. Hypnosis is selling. You're selling belief, a result, an outcome. If you can't get someone to say yes before the session, how will you get their mind to say yes during it? The best hypnotists are always great at sales because both are about guiding someone to accept a new idea as the truth. And here's a secret no one talks about. The induction is about you, your tone, your body language, your belief that you can get the result. If you're not sold on you, they won't be either. The moment they sense your certainty, they follow. That's when hypnosis really starts. No two clients are the same. I always test which induction works best, and I get them involved. When clients help create their own induction, the brain recognizes it. That's why it works 10 times better. And you can start testing it before they even arrive. That's exactly what I teach my mentees to do. Now, let's talk about the therapy part. What you do once the client's actually in hypnosis. This is where most hypnotherapists blow it again. They finally get somebody relaxed and hopefully responsive, and then they start talking at them. Long stories, random affirmation, vague feel-good nonsense. But therapy isn't storytelling. Therapy is where you give targeted instructions that the brain can act on. Every word has to have a purpose, to delete an old thought, build a new one, or strengthen a behaviour. I don't fill the space with waffle. Once the client is open and responsive, I go straight for the change. Clear, direct, and specific. For analytical clients, that might mean explaining the process as I do it. But for highly suggestible clients, it can be done in one simple command that lands immediately. The therapy isn't about relaxing them more, it's about redirecting their focus. When you get this balance right, a strong induction, sharp therapy, clients leave with their mind blown. That's when you know you've nailed it. And here's the thing, I can teach someone the delete method and they'll get results even without hypnosis. That's how strong the process is. It works on thought deletion and mental reprogramming. No trance needed. But when you put that kind of precise therapy together with a killer induction, one that gets the brain switched on, focused and receptive, that's when you reach the gold standard. Because now you've got both a powerful hypnotic state and a bulletproof therapy. That's why my clients get fast, lasting results. That's what makes the delete method the gold standard in modern hypnotherapy.